circumstances?
I guess so. It was definitely a nice game to be able to step up and help the team.
The fact that you guys were facing elimination and came out with a similar effort to Game 6, that must be pretty gratifying.
Yeah, I think everybody was ready for this game before we went out there. We knew the situation. We got a big power play goal early and a few others throughout the night, so that was the difference for us tonight. I think our power play finally clicked a little bit, and it was probably the difference in the game.
When the Rangers tied that up 4-4, how did you guys stay positive and rally?
You know what? We got into some penalty trouble there. They have a good power play. Obviously, we want to stay in the box. They've been good all series on the man advantage, so it was just a seesaw battle back and forth, and Weesey made a great play to me. I called for the puck early when we were crisscrossing in the neutral zone, and somehow it got through. It was just nice to get in there and put one upstairs.
When they tied it, the emotion kind of drained out of the building. Did anything get said on the bench by the coach or any of the leaders on this team to make sure you guys were in the right mental state?
Well, I think we've been in the situation before in playoffs. I think we just got to relax and get back to basics. We started running around, and like I said, penalty trouble. They scored a couple big power plays.
How significant was it that you guys were able to chase Lundqvist?
I think everybody talks about how he's a great goalie. Has he been better than Picker this series? I don't think so. But Picker made some big saves for us too. He had a couple bad bounces, but our power play that was the difference. And we got some traffic, got a couple goals in tight. And, yeah.
What did you think of the Moore hit on Weiss?
It's not fun to watch those. I think we had one on our side in New York, so I don't want to comment too much, but obviously I think it was a dirty play.
Two of your goals came after your team gave up 3 goals in 5 minutes. How much momentum did that give the team, especially in the third?
It was just nice to bounce back. We got that goal late in the second and one early in the third. And we were pretty relaxed in here. We knew what we had to do to get the job done.
What's it feel like when you're in this building, in this situation? You watch the Habs come out of the stands, and that's for you.
Yeah, you know what? I've had a few before. Obviously, this was the biggest one of my career, but it's nice. It's nice to get rewarded. Like I said, Weesey made 2 great passes to me on my second and third goal in the first one. Eller made a nice play on the power play, just in tight. So I was able to use my speed and get the puck with speed and get open for a shot.
Nate, do you know ahead of these games when you're going to be on the way you were tonight?
I don't know. I think just some games, the puck seems to. I had a tough first period. The puck was bouncing a lot, and I found it a little bit better in the second period. Sometimes the puck just seems to be, wherever you're going, it seems to be following you. And my line makes it a good job of getting the puck to me, and we had a lot of shots in that.
You also get rank in your memories, Rene, in your hockey life.
You could have had 5 tonight.
Yeah, Markey had a nice shot there, and I don't know if it went off the shaft up high, and I don't know, was it double post or sticking the post? I heard a couple of things, but yeah, it would have been nice to get down.
Did you get a sense when you scored the fifth that it settled everything down?
I think so. It was just nice to get that lead again. We worked hard to get the 4-1 lead, and they played well. They came back, and it was just nice. That was an important goal for our team.
How do you keep your confidence up when the previous 10 games you've only had 1 goal? You just say, I'm not getting the bounces. I just got to keep grinding at it.
You know what? Our line's been playing well most games. Sometimes we're just not getting the bounces. We haven't had the chances obviously we wanted, but that's what the playoffs is all about. I think some other line steps up every other night, so we're not relying on just one line to win this game.
Thanks a lot.